What's up guys, welcome to SUPERWISE. I'm John and I just finished watching Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I love the first Doctor Strange movie. I think it's highly underrated and probably top 10 MCU. Naturally, I was looking forward to the sequel. We got Sam Raimi, the comic book GOAT, to direct, and I was looking forward to seeing Doctor Strange in a solo movie. It's been 6 years since his last film, which is crazy to think about, so I was looking forward to getting another solo Doctor Strange movie. Saw it. What did I think? Surprise, surprise, I loved it. I absolutely love this. This could easily break top 10 MCU films to me. It was a fun, breakneck, visually amazing superhero film. First off, of course, gotta talk about Sam Raimi. He made probably the best looking MCU film to date. This movie is so stylistic and has so many genuinely cool, inventive shots. I loved looking at this movie. It was visually spectacular. All the action was really dope and inventive. Like the way the Shuma Gorath fight scene was filmed was so awesome and epic, and also seeing Doctor Strange versus one of his evil variants with the third eye and them using sheet music, piano sheet music, as a weapon, that was so cool. Danny Elfman composed this film, and of course Danny Elfman's a GOAT. I love Danny Elfman. He did a very good job with this score. It's nothing particularly memorable, but I think it's very cool. Plus he does incorporate Michael Giacchino's original Doctor Strange theme, which I think is iconic, like top 5 best MCU themes. I loved hearing it in there as well. Gotta talk about the characters and the writing. First off, Doctor Strange himself, Benedict Cumberbatch, very good in the movie. He was born to be Doctor Strange, and I really like Doctor Strange's arc throughout this movie. We learn more about him. Of course, Christine got married, and that affected him. He lost time with her during the snap, and by the end of everything, he tells the variant Christine that he will always love her. He has trouble with commitment. We learned about his sister and how she died. He couldn't help her, and that led him to becoming a doctor. We learn more about him. I really like that. Wanda's the villain of this movie, and Elizabeth Olsen crushed it, man. She is so great in this role, and you understand where she's coming from. You understand that she wants to be with her kids, and she wakes up every morning not having her loved ones around her, and that takes a toll on her, especially with the Darkhold taking control of her. So with all that, her being evil, you get her. And that scene at the end where she faces her kids, and her kids are just scared of her because she's a monster. She hurts the other Wanda, and she realizes this, and that was very powerful. Don't have much to say about Wong, except I love Wong. Who doesn't love Wong? America Chavez is a new character to the MCU, and I think she's good. I think she's okay. You know, Xochitl Gomez did a solid job in the role. She's likable. Seeing her powers was definitely cool visually, and Doctor Strange helping her control her powers by the end was nice. Speaking of, that final battle was really cool to see. Zombie Doctor Strange, seeing all that gore and disgustingness. I mean, Marvel Studios definitely went a little darker with this. I wouldn't say this is a horror film. The jump scares didn't get me, but there are definitely scary elements, like Wanda coming out of the mirror all contorted. Like, it was just well done. Sam Raimi is a master of his craft. Rachel McAdams was good. They give her something to do in the movie by not only playing her main version, but a variant version, something different, and I think she was good in the movie. But of course, we gotta talk about my favorite scenes in the movie dealing with the Illuminati, because, oh wow. First off, we got Mordo, and I found it very interesting because I naturally thought that from the tease in the last movie that we would be seeing the main version of Mordo, but no, the entire runtime we see the variant Illuminati Mordo. Captain Carter, seeing her in live action from What If was awesome. Seeing her in battle was also awesome. Her throwing the shield, her saying, "I can do this all day," hearing the first Avenger theme. I mean, it was just really cool. Black Bolt, that was a pleasant surprise, played by Anson Mount, who played him in the Inhumans TV show, that terrible failed TV show. I thought it was cool that they brought him back. Patrick Stewart, iconic as Professor X. It was so cool to see him back. He's not playing the Fox version, though. He's playing the X-Men 90s animated series version. I loved how when he was introduced, they played the 90s X-Men theme, iconic, and he was just very good in the movie. I mean, just seeing him back for an MCU film, it was mind-blowing. It was just so incredibly cool. Of course, gotta talk about John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. You guys know that he's been my number one pick to play Mr. Fantastic. I love John Krasinski. I think he's such a good actor, a fantastic director, and I loved him as Mr. Fantastic. The presence he exuded was just, it was epic, and I love seeing him in that suit. That suit is so awesome. He's everything I thought he would be as Reed. I just think he's so great. So guys, you know, it was absolutely heartbreaking and shattering that Wanda laid him out and turned him into nothingness. Oh my god, I was freaking out. I was like, no, one of the best castings of the MCU, just gone. I really hope, really hope he stays as the main version for Mr. Fantastic. I feel like this is Kevin Feige teasing what's to come for the main franchise to get fans hyped even more. Everyone's loving this casting. Rightfully so. He's so great, and I really hope he returns because I can't have him dead. Like I was saying, the MCU went dark with this movie. I mean, Wanda crushing Black Bolt's head. You could see the blood. You could see the slumping of his head. It was insanity. Captain Carter being impaled by her own shield. Patrick Stewart, Professor X, dying. I mean, it was a brutal and heartbreaking scene to see because the Illuminati was so cool. But yeah, this movie is just epic. I loved how Wanda was playing mind games and how she was the main villain of the film and a real threat for Doctor Strange. I mean, it was just really cool to see on screen. You know, we got to talk about Bruce Campbell because, of course, Bruce Campbell is in this movie as a street vendor, and I thought it was just genuinely funny. And by the end, the second post-credit scene is him breaking the fourth wall saying, "I finally got out." Like, it was just classic Raimi camp, and you couldn't help but smile. That first post-credit scene was cool because we have Charlize Theron playing Clea, and that's very exciting, setting up for a third film. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Multiverse of Madness. I had a blast. It was just a crazy, mind-bending, fun, breakneck thrill ride, and I loved it. Raimi just delivered one of the best stylistic MCU movies and just one of the best MCU movies. Definitely top 10, might be top 5, I don't even know. So many great MCU stuff coming out right now that it's hard to rank. Like, I'm terrible at ranking because my opinions constantly change, but this movie is great. John Krasinski, come back as Mr. Fantastic, please. Please, God. Please announce for Kevin Feige that he's coming back. Please. Tell me in the comments down below, what did you think about Multiverse of Madness? Let me know in the comments down below. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That'll be all for me. Remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay super wise.